They say transparency is the heart of blockchain. But what if one of the most transparent networks in the world isn't showing us everything? For years, XRP has stood at the crossroads of retail dreams and institutional reality. To the average investor, the XRP Ledger is a public, decentralized blockchain, open for anyone to see. Every transaction, every drop of liquidity, all recorded forever. But quietly behind the scenes, another story has been unfolding. One that's far less public. In 2021, Ripple Labs announced something new, a private version of the XRP Ledger, purpose-built for central banks and financial institutions. They called it a private ledger, derived from the same technology that powers the public XRPL. It was designed for governments and commercial banks to issue central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, without exposing their data to the world. To some, this sounded like progress, but to others, it sounded like the beginning of a double system. Because if there's one public ledger for the people and one private ledger for the banks, that raises a question. What's really happening behind the closed doors of global finance? According to Ripple's official statements, this private ledger doesn't require XRP to operate. Central banks can issue their own digital currencies without touching the XRP token itself. But here's where it gets interesting. Both ledgers, public and private, are built on the same foundation, the same technology, the same DNA. So what happens when these two worlds eventually connect? Think about it. A private network of global banks using XRPL technology to move billions every day, and a public ledger already optimized for speed, liquidity, and interoperability. At some point, the bridge between them becomes inevitable. The public ledger, powered by XRP, could become the settlement rail that links those private systems together. Ripple calls it interoperability, but to those paying attention, it sounds like something much bigger. Because in every major innovation, there's always a stage the public sees, and another that plays out quietly in the background. The internet had the same pattern, a government network first, then a public explosion of access. Maybe finance is following the same blueprint. Right now, the private Ripple Ledger is reportedly being tested by central banks across multiple regions. Quiet pilots, confidential reports. The same kind of silence that always comes before global adoption. And maybe, just maybe, the separation between the two ledgers isn't permanent at all. It's preparation. The retail world sees one price, one ledger, one layer of truth. But behind closed systems, banks could be running simulations, building liquidity corridors, and stress testing the very rails that the public XRPL will one day power. In the end, it's not about two ledgers competing. It's about two systems converging, one open, one private, into a single internet of value. So when people ask, is there a secret XRP ledger for the banks? The answer might not be yes or no. The real answer is not yet. But it's being built right in front of us. And when that bridge finally connects, the world won't just see a higher price for XRP. It'll see a new financial system quietly come online. This isn't conspiracy. It's the architecture of what's coming next. Because in a world where value moves like information, every private ledger needs a public bridge. And that bridge might just be XRP. If this story opened your eyes, subscribe to LTL Productions, where truth, technology, and timing collide. The financial future is being built in real time, and you're watching it unfold.